Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In future EastEnders scenes, Billy Mitchell intends to propose to Honey Mitchell, only to misplace the engagement ring. Honey has been preparing for the London Marathon, which she will run in honor of Billy's late granddaughter Lola Pierce Brown. Recently, Honey was upset when Billy cancelled a shopping excursion, but Jay Brown, one of her rivals, filled in for Billy, who had gone to pick up an enigmatic object. According to the BBC soap opera, Billy wants to ask Honey out for a third time. Billy plans to pop the question before Honey starts the marathon, but his day takes a turn for the worst when he misplaces the ring and is late to the starting line because he has to take teenage Brittany Wainwright to the hospital following a bike accident. Billy finally reaches the sidelines to support Jay and Honey, but his misfortune is about to continue. It remains to be seen if he is able to pop the question and re-engage Honey, so fans will have to watch to find out. Stars Barton and Borthwick are participating in the London Marathon as themselves and in character, so EastEnders will record the action live during the show and incorporate it into previously planned scenes from the upcoming week's episode. Throughout Lola's sickness and after her death, Honey was a pillar of support for Billy and his family. Lola's daughter Lexi Pierce, Billy's great-granddaughter, found comfort and stability in Honey. Barton recently discussed her newest plot with Radiotimes.com and other media. "We are so lucky, she is brilliant, absolutely brilliant," the actress stated in response to a question about working with her youthful co-star Brown. "She arrives at the set, pays attention, and is well prepared. She's genuinely a natural, working with her is a pleasure." With Freddie Phillips, Billy and Honey's son Will, we're also quite fortunate. Once more, simply outstanding. It's a big responsibility, and as experienced actors, we want to impart our knowledge and work ethic to them, and it's clear that they are doing just that. Therefore, we find it to be quite fulfilling, and we are very proud of them. On Monday, April 22, 2024, EastEnders will air Billy's attempt to pop the question to Honey. Stars of EastEnders Emma Barton and Jamie Borthwick have talked about entering the London Marathon this year as their respective characters, Honey Mitchell and Jay Brown. The two will be interacting both within and beyond the BBC soap opera, as Honey and Jay run in memory of Jay's late wife Lola Pierce Brown, Danielle Harold, who passed away from a brain tumor the previous year. The players themselves will be jogging for two charitable causes, Borthwick for Prostate Cancer UK and Barton for Children in Need. Barton gave an explanation of the training procedure to Radiotimes.com and other journalists, saying, "I've worked a lot harder than I did the first time round. About 5 years ago, when I ran it for Barbara's Revolutionaries, in support of Dame Barbara Windsor, it was fairly short notice. I wasn't very strong, I've never really run before, so I had issues with things like runner's knee, so that sort of hindered me a little bit, and, funnily enough, Jamie. Thus, we both limped through it. So this time I've made sure to do everything I can, including all of the strength training, and I've followed a program to the letter. With any luck, we'll be all right." She went on to say, "It's pretty exciting, really, because it's never been done before," about how she feels about taking on this challenge. "The marathon is a huge event, isn't it? We're a London-based show that's accomplishing an unprecedented feat, thus, it's both exhilarating and nerve-wracking." Borthwick acknowledged that, despite the difficult journey, he is just as excited to run the marathon again. "It feels fantastic. My legs and knees hurt from it, but it feels wonderful. To be honest, I feel quite honored to have been asked. I'm happy that Lola's narrative will be featured in the London Marathon. Although it's difficult for the old knees, everything is generally going well." What kind of training does Borthwick offer? He told Radiotimes.com and other media, "Not as strategic as Emma Barton's, I'll say that. She will be flying past me at a high speed. But all I do is attempt to fit as much as I can in. In any case, I'm very naturally somewhat fit, the injuries will kill me, not my lack of fitness." Naturally, Jay and Honey will be thinking of Lola as they honor her wishes in scenes that will show the following week. Barton and Borthwick will be shot during the actual ceremony. Barton mentioned the importance of this marathon for Lola's memory while thinking back on the heartbreaking tale of Lola from the previous year. It seems like a really big deal, doesn't it? She's kind of being kept alive by it. Many individuals want to express their gratitude to the caregivers who have taken care of them and the charities that have helped them while they're going through this, with family members, loved ones who are ill, or they've lost someone. I think Chris Crenshaw came up with this idea pretty cleverly. I find her to be quite charming, and her continued existence is crucial to the plot of the drama. The response was so overwhelming, and it made such a huge impact. Being selected to work on this storyline is a true honor. When asked what it was about Lola's trip that so moved people, Borthwick's response mirrored that of the audience. It's wonderful that people continue to ask me questions about it and that we still discuss it frequently. It demonstrates the impact the tale had. The other day, I had to watch a brief overview of everything from start to finish. Set it aside and forget that I'm in it. I can approach it from the perspective of a punter because, above all, I've always been an EastEnders fan, and I can do that. I genuinely believe that everything is quite real. Unfortunately, I believe that most of us can all connect to having friends, family, or other relatives who have passed away from cancer at some point, so I think that really touched home. The only way I can describe it is that it was so real, the sheer absolute realism of it. That, I believe, is the reason we're still discussing it. Additionally, he is gushing about co-star Harold, who received critical recognition for her roles throughout the narrative. In addition, Danielle, the beloved actress, plays Lola, a figure of great significance. It's almost like that backhanded compliment thing, because you can't do that with characters that people don't care about. You have to have made your mark to get a storyline like that, and obviously she did that in droves. After 5 years in the character of Bobby Beale on EastEnders, actor Clay Milner Russell is rumored to have left the show. Viewers, who have grown to love Russell's portrayal of Bobby since he joined the BBC soap opera, were undoubtedly shocked to learn of his departure when it was initially revealed in The Sun. Before the star took over as the adult version of Ian Beale's, Adam Woodyard, youngest son, Bobby was portrayed by 4 other young actors. Before this, Elliot Carrington portrayed Bobby from 2014 to 2017, the period in which the 11-year-old Bobby was revealed to be the murderer of his half-sister Lucy Beale, Hetty Bywater. Bobby severely assaulted his adoptive mother Jane Beale, Laurie Brett, and as a result of his frightening actions, he was sent to a juvenile detention center. Bobby disclosed that he had converted to Islam after learning about the religion and feeling regret for his past transgressions when he was freed in 2019. Bobby won over fans with his sincere regret, compassionate demeanor, and uncomfortable attitude to dating and life in general. As a result, he is presently seeing Anna Knight, Molly Rainford, in real life. Bobby was made to relive his troubled past when Cindy Beale, Michelle Collins, the mother of Lucy and Anna, arrived, although Cindy seemed to find a way to welcome Bobby back into her life. What, then, do we now know about Bobby's upcoming farewell? All of the most recent details are provided below, along with our speculations regarding the character's potential departure. Bobby's departure date is still unknown, but an EastEnders representative was quoted in the original Sun story as saying, "We can confirm that Clay will be leaving EastEnders later on this year, and we wish him the best for the future." This phrase may imply that Bobby's departure won't happen for a few months yet, but it's crucial to remember that this isn't an official announcement regarding the character's timeline. An extensive build-up might be necessary, depending on Bobby's possible exit strategy from Albert Square. But how exactly is he going to leave? Continue reading as we explore every option at this nascent level. While living together, Cindy and Bobby are keeping their relationship polite, but considering that Bobby is soon to move on, we can't help but wonder if Cindy could take action against her daughter's killer. Is Bobby leaving the new family dynamic voluntarily, or does Cindy force him to leave?